All right, guys, this is literally the seventh time I've tried to record this. So far, it hasn't been going well, but we are going to try to read After the Fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. So let's give it a shot and hope I can get through it this time. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks call it a great fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages or glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. It's quite the paper bird that he made. My plane was perfect and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up on in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about the time that I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. Noticed that his paper bird that he was flying got stuck up on the top of the wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid. He's triumphantly climbed the wall. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who's famous for falling. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up and learned how to fly. So he's literally come out of his eggshell and he is now turned into a bird and he's flying away. You can see him right there. So, to be honest with you, I didn't preview that book. I sort of read the first 2 pages and thought to myself, "Oh, this looks kind of funny and interesting." I didn't think it might had much of a message, but it turns out that it does. And I would like you guys to discuss that both in Zoom and in the comment section here, because I do think that there's something we can learn from this book, and I'd like to talk about it with all you guys. All right, I hope you enjoyed it.